Leviticus, the Forger's Guild. Prologue, the Prophecy. Twisting dirt roads padded by humans over time, attached to the forest of homes. Far from the stuffy capital of people whom were full yet empty was a town. The population of this town could hardly be called abundant, yet their liveliness was something unexpected of people under the rule of the Lord. As it was an era where most of the grains of a man's life belonged to the Lord. While some men would rise to become legends, others were preordained to be stones in their path. As such, at birth, most were already set to be normal people fading into the pages of time. The blessed few became cornerstones for their noble Lord. It was expected that most commoners would live the life of every other man, where they would end up on the ground. They were simply meant to be dull stones in the path of those of noble birth. Those who attempted to rise above their stations would be subdued with a blade for attempting to be strong when they were weak. This is the legacy of a common man's life, a place where the Lord didn't request them to be stepping stones. The ordinary town of Nix wasn't home to many, but it was a peaceful place where some happily called home. Securely southwest of the mountain range of magical beasts, it was one of the few places in the Phoenix Kingdom where commoners could enjoy an uneventful life. Timbers attached together their wooden homes, along with their straw roofs, forming only a room or two for a household, brought together by the warm swinging of the crackling flames centered in the middlemost divot. Each of the extents absorbed nutrients as the moons walked behind the sun, before they return to their earth's embrace. It is a continuous cycle that never ends for any man under the moon. As the moon still hung in the sky in the town of Nix, the howling wind added to the pre-dawn chill. The commoners had begun to rise for the start of the day. This even included 6 or 7-year-old children, whom were getting out of bed to begin their early morning exercises. There was darkness without any light. His heart calls for him to run, but his legs won't move. Crack! Crack! There's something there. A moment later, a beastly howl forces him to attempt again, but his legs don't move. Opening his mouth, he cries for help, but no sound can be heard. A chill eases up his spine, but then his body relaxes. There's no pain, but he feels pieces of him are missing. Thump! 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 His heart can't seem to steady himself. Tilting his head down, he attempts to look at his arms, only to be reminded he can't seem to see. Allowing his other senses to take over, his heart coils in misery. He feels a weight there, tightly held in his arms. Why doesn't it move? It should move. His deadpan eyes begin to cry in misery. What had I done? Would it have been better if I had? No, maybe if I had only. Then at least his thoughts went further astray into the darkness. Then the light comes. Austin, it's time to wake up.